go.
I'm ready to go. I'm there. Like, I want to see 5 versus 5 clash straight away. We've seen it so many times, especially when there's a Keeper of the Light. There's no Keeper of the Light in this one, but yeah, expecting to see a couple of kills before the Horn.
I'm expecting something to come out as look at the positioning coming in from Aster. Already coming across the mid lane and potentially a clash. I'm excited. We saw that 5v5 SEA Dota led to a minute 0 medallion for a Coddle. I'd like to see something of the same. Jin-Q on this 4-position Monkey King. He's going up against Borax, a.k.a. Bobica, who is the master of 4-position Monkey King.
Master of Disguise. Let's see how many couriers can he kill. It's being pinged out. They know something is up, but Phoenix, all right, he's taunting with that courier.
Does he just stay here the entire time?
No, I mean, you have to DP out.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Monkey King, position 4. This is something that was popular a couple of years ago.
DAC?
Yeah.
When Bobica was on IG.
When Bobica was playing it, you get the Basher. Basher worked on all the monkeys, which is kind of OP, and that got fixed. So I want to see how much can Jin-Q manage to get out of this position for Monkey King.
Yeah, he's made a bunch of different 4 positions, or a bunch of different heroes in the 4-position work. I know in Dota Pit he was really just going after every single one. He had played Void Spirit, played Ember, had gone on to play, of course, Monkey King as well. Techies, like his hero pool is massive. He's not one of those guys that I think is restricted by his hero pool at all. Take a look over top as Monet getting harassed up a little bit. You've got Faith Beyond on the Mars. Jin-Q here. How long does Jin-Q stay in this lane? You expect him to be pretty mobile, right?
On that Monkey King?
Yeah.
I want to see how much he can do in the lane, because so far it seems like it's working out. He's trading really well against both Phoenix and the Wraith King. Like, Wraith King is playing into 2 melee heroes, but you see Mars is already level 2 and has a point in Spear. So if Monet steps like 1 step too far, it could easily be a kill. And now Jin-Q is level 2. Yeah, that's an easy first blood, I would say.
Yeah, they got the God's Rebuke out, and now looking for the Spear. Faith Beyond lands it. Borax, a.k.a. Bobica, dead on that Phoenix. And Bobica changing his name to Borax. Been told it's paying homage to Jerax. So he changed his name, and we'll see how he does.
Yeah, after this game, he's like, I'm going back to Bobica. Things are not working out.
XSS taking a lot of harassment. Actually freezes over. Didn't get far enough away after that cold feet was placed on by Innocence. The other name change, too, is DD's now known as White Album. I wonder if that's a JoJo's reference from the Stand White Album, or is that Beatles fan White Album? I'm hoping
We've
it's
seen
Beatles
something
fan.
similar in the CIS region where we have Nightfall and Kingslayer and Nightfall, I think. Yeah. From the VP squad.
And that was Epileptic Kid, and with a 5 position. White Album.
Not sure who changed it.
I forget who
it's
it was.
Epic Kid for sure. I'm not sure who the second one is.
So nothing to say on this mid Rubik. Haven't really spoken about it too much, but he is top of the CS. Again, nothing to say. He's made a lot of things work. I don't think I've personally seen him in a pro game play this Rubik, but when you were holding on to the #1 spot in the region for so long, I kind of expect you to be able to get anything to work.
Sure, there's some really nice spells to steal, but there would still be some really nice spells to steal from position 4 Rubik. Like, mostly you would want to steal, like, anything from Dragonite, like either Stun or Breathe Fire. Imagine the damage reduction with Breathe Fire plus Fate Bolt, or if you steal spells, of course, from Abaddon, a Photic Shield, you get so much value from it.
Jin-Q moving over, spotting Borax. But those Fire Spirits, make sure those Jingo stacks don't go up that much. Fate Bolt thrown, Waning Rift. Now the Cold Feet, Illusory Orb in the jaunt away. Lanham's here with the Aphotic Shield on himself. A couple right clicks coming in, and eventually the silence onto the Rubik.
So Jinkyu gets the Arcane Rune. Rubik would definitely love to get that one. We can see his rotation. TP to the bottom lane with Arcane Rune, so the TP will have a lower cooldown. There it is.
Spring going after XXS. See if they can get the kill onto this DK. Not the easiest of kills. Blink Strike forward. There's the Balance Strike. Innocence coming over, but he gets under the tier 1 tower, out of the hands of PSG.LGD.
Laughs in Dragon Knight, because this one's really tough to get. 2 points in Dragon Blood, and here it is, the next level play in the all chat. I mean, you have to do it. You just saw a 3-man rotation.
Stayed alive. Meanwhile, Jinkyu over in these trees by the Dire Triangle. White Album coming over. Latham silences him up, goes into the Mischief. Shouldn't be silenced for too long, but the Bounty Rune picked up by XXS, so now Jinkyu in some trouble. He'll fall. 3 heroes here. They brought 3 bottom, didn't get a kill on the DK. 3 heroes bottom for Aster, and they do get the kill on the Monkey King.
Still a lot of commitment, just getting that kill on your position 4. I think the lane we need to watch is the top lane, because this Mars is getting some really nice level, getting very close to level 5. Oh, Wraith King is already level 5. Wow.
Yeah, for the most part, I believe Borax is being out of the lane, giving him some soul experience. But the same can be said for Faith Beyond. Jinkyu's been moving around. They haven't really dealt with any combo. When we first saw the draft, I thought it was going to be Rubik as well as the Mars, have the telekinesis and the spear with God's Rebuke, but not going that way. Double damage picked up by Innocence. They've got the Balance Strike, get a kill on a White Album. Nothing to say, getting a kill, and now top of the net worth, level 7. He had stolen the Waning Rift, so things difficult when you're silenced this early for a puck.
Yeah, it's only level 1 Waning Rift. What is 2-second duration, 10-second debuff on top of that, so 2.2. Not too bad, but you know the damage is still lacking. Like at this point, you would want to steal Illusory Orb pretty much.
Maybe making a move on to Monet, who now hits that level 6. He's holding the point. Only 1-3-1 so far. If he needs the point to go into Reincarnation, he'll use it. But not surprised, holding it for now. Pretty typical of these Wraith Kings. God's Rebuke as well as the Spear, but not much more pressure than that. Coming in, and still Faith Beyond sitting second on the net worth, just ahead of Monet on this Wraith King. We've got 2 heroes for the side of LGD at the top. Nothing to say TP's bottom, but nobody else is here with him. And actually, they've sent the Ricky to take over mid.
He's like, I don't want to even steal anything from Dragon Knight here. I just came to the lane. XXS, man, he reminds me of the most European players. You know, when you show a hero like that, that doesn't do anything, and you're like, yeah, I need to use the chat wheel.
Now, a lot of chat wheel spam from XSS for the moment. I like it.
He's having a good time. Feels pretty unkillable. Is level 6 already, so has that dragon form to work with, and there it is.
Icarus Dive, Waning Rift away for nothing to say, but there's the Dragon Tail. With the Breathe Fire, they've silenced him up. Gets the Elder Dragon form and turns into the dragon.
Small dragon.
Staying alive. That's where nothing to say needs to spam next level play right back, because I mean that's what DK did to them when they brought 3 heroes bottom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'm a little disappointed.
A little disappointed that his dragon is smaller.
Now stealing the level 2 Breathe Fire.
Yeah, I mean, you're a dragon, you need to have Breathe Fire as a spell.
Yeah. Fade Bolt, Breathe Fire. Pretty solid combo. But for now, just going to CS under the tower. Now he's sitting second on the net worth. So DK is getting ahead here. XXS finding his farm. Ame's taking over mid. He's trying to recover in a way, as he's only got 3k net worth, sitting behind this Wraith King and the puck. He's actually in that bottom 5 in terms of net worth. That lane not going too well for him, and that's when they made the switch between him and Nothing to Say, putting him over mid.
Can't really put too much pressure on a Dragon Knight. One of the reasons why Aster decided to put it on the off lane. Like Ricky, once he hits level 6, he becomes nuisance for most of the heroes to play into, but yeah. against Dragonite, who has high armor. Ricky's just... I'm not even gonna bother. Mid lane.
Now Ricky in trouble.
Coil
Silence.
available. They're not gonna commit.
Tricks of the trade. Telekinesis, Fable, Breathe Fire with a Balance Strike, and a Blink Strike in from Ame. Lanham too comfortable over mid up against that Rubik and pays for it.
Well, Lanham forgets that this is not an off lane Abaddon. He's only level 3.
Yeah.
Like, that's a position 5 right there. He might struggle. Like, Phoenix is also a hero that wants to take the tone. Like, you want to get the levels on Phoenix, first Arena.
And the Spear with Tricks of the Trade. They get the first life out of the hands of Monet. They'll start to back away. However, Primal Spring right on top. Wraith Fire Blast and the Icarus Dive over both the Mars as well as the Monkey King. Balance Strike onto these skeletons as Jinkyu and Faith Beyond will back off.
I've said it during the previous series, like, this is one of my favorite combinations. Mars ulti plus Monkey King ulti. But sadly, this time Monkey King is only position 4, so we're not going to see the full strength of it.
Ooh. Innocent sneaking away, trying to get the deny. Doesn't get it, gives up his position, and then they search through the trees but don't find him. Went the other way, and XSS not finding that Ancient Apparition.
Innocent sending a big ulti. Ricky with the double damage hunting. Like, he can get easily killed on that Abaddon. Like, he's going for it.
Yeah, they get the kill into Borax, but now a Dream Cooler on 2. Mars, as well as the Rubik, in some trouble. White Album up here with XSS. Off screen, though, is Lanham dying to Ame. Nothing to say, getting low. Fable thrown. Primal Spring coming in, as well as the Balance Strike. They get the kill on a White Album. They look over at the DK. XXS not long for this world. Faith Beyond with the double. 4 heroes dead around the map for Aster.
Nothing to say, putting him some heavy lifting there. First, he used the Breathe Fire and the Fate Bolt, reducing their physical damage, which is always going to be good at every single stage of the game. And then he steals a Dragon Tail to keep them in place.
I believe they also landed the Spear from Faith Beyond onto XXS. Nothing the DK can do. He's not hitting hard. He's not really doing much of anything. Stuck to the tree. And eventually he falls with those 3 heroes there. And then, you know, Ame by himself is getting kills too.
I'm just looking at Dragonite. He did not use that Trusty Shovel for like 10 seconds. This is the same thing as using Head of Midas. Like, you need to use it straight away when it's off cooldown.
Shinkyu hopping around. Lanham also coming over. Looking for the Balance Strike. And there is the ulti. The Ice Blast comes in from Innocence. Takes out Abaddon. You said he was going to struggle, and the struggles are real.
0, 3, and 1. Phoenix took that tone, which means somehow, somewhere, you need to get levels on Abaddon, and it's going to be really hard. Like, I don't see any stacks made, so he can get levels just by being there and soaking up the experience.
8-1 in favor of LGD, but a close game for the net worth. It's been a lot of support kills for LGD, and there's the Midas for the Wraith King.
That's efficiency, you know, using it the first second when it's done. And now he's level 10, continues to farm up, I'd say pretty standard build on Wraith King from what we see.
Telekinesis, Ice Blast coming in, and that is White Album falling to Innocence. He's been on it with this Ancient Apparition, Supernova in a good spot. The Wukong's command, now they've got the arena. Can they get the egg out? Yes, they can. They'll look over at XSS. The Spear will land inside the arena. They get the kill, double kill for Jinkyu, killing off Lanham for a 3rd. Dream Coil used on nothing to say.
From Puck.
And Puck trying to get something done, at least gets nothing to say. Illusory Orb trying to find some distance and maybe get the Ancient Apparition Courier. They've got the Primal Spring, uphill miss on the Courier, doesn't kill it. He's still searching for it. Now in between the Tier 1 as well as the Tier 2. Faith Beyond getting some help thanks to the Monkey King. Spear misses. Phase Shift and the Illusory Orb still going around and pulling this LGD team with him.
If Puck does not have Arcane Rune there, that's a dieback. Like, he's 100% dead. Still, they did not get anything out of that. Like, they killed Rubik. That's it. That's what they got from that fight.
And it cost them a buyback.
So the next... Just don't die on Puck. Like, from now on, have 0 deaths, and you're not going to feel that 20 extra plus added seconds.
That on top of which, that pushed him away from that Blink Dagger, too.
Dragonite has a Blink Dagger finish, so I expect them to smoke up and try to get a kill. Rubik is a good target to go for. Like, Ricky is very hard to kill, and yeah, he's just showing on the bottom lane right now, but it's a difficult one.
Yeah, all the while, Wraith King's still farming up. You know, this is a team in Aster that's been fighting as forward, doing a good job of opening up the space. There's the Illusory Orb stolen. They find themselves a Phoenix. They miss the spear. The timing from Faith Beyond uncharacteristically missed, and now they've got the Dream Coil around Innocence as well as Faith Beyond. They get the kill on Innocence. They look over at the Mars with the God's Rebuke running after Lanham, but now he's in some trouble, surrounded by the dire side. Monet comes in, and Borax claims the Mars' life. 2 kills for Aster.
Don't expect Fate Beyond to make these kind of misplays, because he's, you know, spellcasting usually is on point.
Yeah.
I still feel he would die there, even if they are getting the kill on Phoenix, but yeah, they just traded position 5 and position 3 for nothing. As you said, Wraith King continues to farm up, sitting at 0 deaths, just hit level 12, so that's a level 2 ulti, reducing the cooldown to 2 minutes, and getting very close to Sacred Relic. You know, very close, 1,600 gold away, but I'm being 1,300 gold away, but I'm being very optimistic considering how his game is going.
Yeah, he's been efficiently farming around the map. He's got that Midas to work with. Soon Ame will have that Battle Fury, and he's going to boost up on that farm, close to both cores on his team, both the Mars as well as the Rubik. 1,000 gold behind the Wraith King, but that's going to spike once he's got that extra help. So we'll see how much he can do with that. Stealing the Waning Rift once again. Ice Blast available for Innocence. Faith Beyond potentially looking for a play here with the Yules. Finds himself a Phoenix. Spear lands this time. They've got the Ice Blast coming in. No chance he gets out on this one, especially when Faith Beyond hits the spear.
If I was playing with Fate Beyond right now, I'd tip him. You know, try to boost his confidence after using everything perfectly, not going for arena, so shows how much they understand how many spells they need to actually use to get a kill.
Got that level 4 Waning Rift on the Rubik, 3.5 seconds duration at that level 4. Going into the Blink Dagger, then BKB, so looking for a bit more mobility on this Rubik. Is there a difference in build other than just getting your items faster from the 2 position on a Rubik?
You need to have a defensive tool for yourself, so either like it's a Yule Scepter, but still feel there's a ton of stuff that you're just setting yourself up when you land, if you go for that. So BKB seems okay. Like
Arena.
Oh,
And the
Batten.
spear. Pops the ulti, hit with the Ice Blast. Now the Yules are going to jump forward. Dream Coil on the 2. Jinkyu, though, gets the Wukong's command off. They'll use the Supernova over to the side. The leash is no longer there. And the Supernova goes off. Nobody dead on LGD as this counterplay from Aster to save their Abaddon. It's a success in that they saved their Abaddon, but they don't get any kills out of it.
I think it's a thing that you're kind of used to play against, where you see Monkey King using ulti and you instantly run away from it.
Yeah.
But this time around, it's a position 4 Monkey, so you know it doesn't deal that much damage. So something to look into for the next fights. I would love to see some more BKBs on LGD. Ricky is going for Aghanim Scepter. Right now, he can't afford to go for it. You know, with the Battle Fury, he will get there very fast. After that, I want to see a BKB. Also, Mars doesn't have anything queued up. Like your Rubik has a Blink Dagger, so you don't necessarily need to get a Blink Dagger for yourself, because there's a bunch of spell damage they have. So BKB, I think, is a must-have item here. I also see Monkey King, like a position 4, he wants to get a BKB. You know, we've seen that often from position 4s, especially like Shadow Shaman. He's the one that wants to get that BKB online as fast as possible.
And we saw that earlier today. Waning Rift, Phase Shift, and the Blink Away from White Album. What's your favorite song off the White Album?
You got me there, B-Cup. I don't think I know any of the songs from the White Album.
Fair enough.
Maybe, you know, when I hear a song, I'm like, yeah, I know that one, but it's not like I get home and listen to that album in particular.
That's true. Just me? Guess so. BKB close to finish there. And now they've got the Dream Coil on the Jin-Q. Icarus dive over again, but there's the Yules from Faith Beyond as well as the Arena. They land the Spear, and the Balance Strike comes in on the Lanham as well as White Album. XSS is here to claim the life of Jin-Q. The Ice Blast hits on a White Album, but only level 1. So not really doing a lot. And then you've also got Phase Shift. Make sure you survive through the Ice Blast. Not the best target to hit.
There's no follow-up, so Puck is more than fine.
Now you've got that Radiance on Wraith King, and this, again, is really well done by Aster. Going around the map, opening up space for Wraith King. He has not been touched.
Not been touched, not been seen. Most of the time, he's just farming in the triangle. He's a very high level, level 15.
Radiant's
Wow.
top tower
Compared
is
to...
under
Oh,
attack.
Ricky's also 15 because of that Battle Fury, so there isn't too much difference between these two.
Just 1,000 gold off that Axe. Tricks of the trade, cleaning up with that Battle Fury. Getting there. He's only 1,000 gold behind Monet. Monet building into the BKB, also a Blink Dagger. This is going to be pretty neck and neck between the two carries on both sides. With the same amount of farm, who do you think has the edge?
Are scanning.
Ricky is just so strong to play against. They only have, what, 1 silence coming out from Puck and the leash mechanic, something that he doesn't like to play into. But after getting a BKB, I still feel BKB is a must-have after finishing that Aghanim Scepter. And I love the itemization from Monkey, where you have a mid Rubik, so that means he's not gonna scale that much. So Monkey King from position 4 kind of taking over, getting that BKB. I also see a Maelstrom, so he wants to be able to scale.
Yeah, so we'll see how much gold Jin-Q gets. Miss Coil stolen by Rubik, probably wants something else. Not the best thing to steal overall. Abaddon sitting with 3,300 gold, well behind both of those supports for LGD. Actually, Jin-Q behind Innocence.
Wow. Position 5, a bat, a 9 slotted, 21 minutes in.
Got that salve.
He's got
Orb of
everything.
Venom in the backpack.
All right, he just finished Orb of Corrosion, now 8 slotted.
Your carries, your cores can't be mad when you're 9 slotted. They look at your inventory real quick. They're like, this guy's got a
Yeah,
lot.
this is what you want to see on your position 5. You know, a bit of everything, a wand. He's carrying a dust, some mangoes for his own teammates if possible. Smoke. He also has a healing salve. Has a neutral item equipped. Like he's good to go.
Yeah. He's legitimately 9 slotted. Ricky going Blink. Daedalus has that Ags. So Ricky just gets that much stronger. But again, staying off the Wraith King and allowing him to continue to farm. Mars close to the BKB. Monet, meanwhile, he's got the Ogre Axe. 1,600 gold to just a recipe away. They've got the Spear that makes it so he avoids the Ice Blast, but he was dead to rights regardless. Monet now spotted, and this is the first time they're trying to go onto the Wraith King. We'll see if this can turn out successful for the side of LGD, but Monet, he's looking to man fight. He's got the Aphotic Shield, looks over at Faith Beyond. These right clicks starting to really hurt. Borrowed Time gets pop. XSS with the Blink as well as the Dragon Tail coming through on the Faith Beyond. On the other side of the fight, though, Ame jumps in looking to annoy this Puck and keep him out of the fight, but there's the stun on the Faith Beyond. They get the kill. XSS gets credit for that one. They did not lose that Puck. The Dream Coil was used, and Aster just get 1.
1-for-1 trade. Like the next time big
Radiant's
team
top tower
fight
under
is
attack.
done, teams can consider getting into Roche Pit and try to get it unless we see like 1 versus 1 heroes left, which we've seen a couple of times so far. You know, you see this position 4 as being the only one that's alive and like position 3 on the enemy side.
Yeah, you can see Monet's stats 0, 0, and 2.
Very active.
246 last hits.
In terms of farming, yeah.
Yeah, very active in terms of farming. Helped out with that last kill. He's got 2 assists. Technically, I mean, they only have 6. He's involved in 33%, which is a high percentage considering we're 24 minutes into the game and he hasn't really been involved.
Well, you're correct. The math checks out.
Close to the BKB. That Blink Dagger for XSS, we saw that he closed the gap on Faith Beyond. Blink Dragon Tail, BKB almost finished for the Mars. They're going for the tier 2 tower over bottom, but there's the Blink as well as the Dragon Tail on Innocence. Arena committed for this, but there's the BKB from XSS. They bring in White Album, but they're unable to get the kill onto this Ancient Apparition. Jinkyu over to the side, Boundless Strike, thrown to the Abaddon, pops the Borrowed Time. They've also got the Sunray, Faith Beyond without the Arena now, but XSS is without the BKB. Aster turn tail and go the other way. The question is LGD, do they want to reinitiate? Stun thrown forward from Monet, as well as the Breathe Fire coming out from XSS. They've got the Telekinesis onto Monet. They've got the Silence, as well as the Dream Coil onto both the Ancient Apparition, as well as the Rubik. The Wukong Smack comes out from Jinkyu. Ice Blast over the top. Borax and Innocence are both dead. They look over at Faith Beyond. They got the Reincarnation pop, and they get the kill onto the Mars. They look over at Ame. Balance Strike comes in from Jinkyu. That stops Monet for just a second, who's hit with the Aphotic Shield, so he's okay for now. Ame on the retreat. Aster go in once more.
Yeah, this Raid King is an ultimate raid boss. He has a BKB. They don't have any kind of mana burn, so that's something that he does not have to be afraid of. So good in and out fight from Aster, just losing that Phoenix, who is only level 11, like 25 minutes in. You would want to see a level 2 ulti, because that's a big upgrade from 6 to 8 attacks to destroy. These 2 attacks could make the difference.
Who's your mainstay on trying to kill that egg?
You really don't have the heroes that actually attack the egg. Like, Ricky is not the one, especially with the Blink Dagger purchase. Like, he would love to kill the Phoenix possibly before he can get the egg off, but there's still a Baron to take care of him, just keep him alive a bit longer.
White Album dodging the Arena.
So yeah, not sure who's supposed to hit the egg, especially when it goes to that level 2. Borax not investing too much gold in cheap items.
Onto this Faith Beyond Mars. Yules up into the air, trying to survive. Spear onto the Abaddon, but 3 heroes here and nobody to help out the Mars. Another kill for Aster. Jinkyu working with Ame to just kind of farm up. Ice Blast coming towards top. It's not really much of a deterrent to the DK. Not really at all. And Monet, he's looking for the AC. Also thinking shards. I don't really see the mana burn from LGD, but maybe a lot more willing to throw those stuns out. Doesn't have the mana, still can get that reincarnation off.
There's literally no mana burn. I don't think he should have the problems having the reincarnation in a fight, especially since he has a magic wand. So I think that's pretty much covered, but we'll see what he decides to go for.
They got the shards on the Ancient Apparition. When I first saw these Aghanim shards for Ancient Apparition, I thought it was like really low tier, and then I saw a lot of people rating them like
it's
S tier.
A really good shard upgrade where you're actually like dealing AoE damage, something that AA struggles to do with after using his like Ice Blast and the Cold Feet. That's pretty much it, so I kind of like that upgrade.
Titan Silver found by Innocence, Gem picked up, so trying to have that constant vision on the Ricky, and they put the gem on the Puck. So he's the one bouncing around the fights. We've seen him controlling up Ame as best he can. He's the only one who has that silence, but he also has that Dream Coil, so we'll see. If he could stay on top of Ame, keep him in vision, could be a problem.
LGD right now is just waiting for their BKBs. Mars has one on the courier. How's Jinkyu doing? Very close. 200 gold away from his. This could really make a difference in a team fight.
BKB for the Mars. Psychic Headband, Spider Legs. Always a good one to have. That gets picked up by Faith Beyond. We'll see who it's kept on. And the Ceremonial Robe. You a fan of that neutral?
It's okay, I don't think it's anything too special, considering that we don't have that much heroes that buy status resistance now that the satanic status resistance is gone.
Spear hits,
DK.
blink forward, now Ice Blast. It's a little bit north, but it still hits on Alanum, who pops the borrowed time. They've got the tricks of the trade as well as the silence on to a couple of these heroes. The Icarus dive over from Borax, but he's silenced up. Boundless Strike comes in, they get the kill on a White Album, Alanum and Borax. They've taken out 3 on the side of Aster, and now the Yules is on to XSS. He's trying to run, but the tricks of trade is on him, as well as the
Straight
spear.
into Roche Pit. That's
Yeah.
where you need to go next. Like, this is what I just talked about, where these BKBs are gonna make a difference, and I believe Nothing to Say actually managed to blink out of the blink initiation coming out from Dragonite. We'll see that one again.
I'm pretty sure Borax also Icarus
Yeah,
dove
yeah,
into
he
a
actually
smoke
blanked out.
screen.
That, like, you need some mad reflexes to be able to do that.
He comes in, and then he's silenced. Yeah, he's in the smoke screen, doesn't get the supernova off.
Fallen to the radiant.
And that fight goes really poorly for Aster, who felt like they were leading.
It really felt like they did, but now
Dire's courier
LGD, not
has
gonna
been
say in
killed.
full control, but you know, things are going their way with the 3 BKBs. Ricky does not have one. That Blink Dagger actually paying off, you know, being able to find Oracle, find Puck. Puck had Eon Disc in the previous fight, but look at the itemization that Puck is going for. Like, Veil, this is more of a utility Puck build. Because he has a Dragonite in his own team that's gonna deal the damage from that offlane.
Dire's top
Puck just
tower
sitting
is
in.
under attack.
Just under 12k net worth. Right there with Nothing to Say. But that fight, I think, if the supernova goes off, do you think that Aster turned it around? He kind of stepped into that smokescreen silence. It could have been a difference maker.
Sure, like Supernova is a big team fight ability that could make a difference, but yeah, one thing that LGD doesn't have is the classic egg hitters. No one has this like high attack speed. Ricky also does not want to
Dire's
spend his
bottom tower
time
is under
hitting the
attack.
egg. He's more like, I'm blinking on stuff, I'm using tricks of the trade to deal AoE damage. Full Daedalus on him right now. Now you're gonna feel the full power of Ricky.
Now up only 2k, but Ricky now with the Daedalus, the damage certainly going to be felt. He's 1,500, just about 2k gold behind the Wraith King, but he's holding on to an Aegis. Tough for Aster to kill Ricky once,
Smoke.
let alone twice, and right into the smoke for LGD.
Dire's bottom tower
So
is
Wraith
under
King
attack.
decides to actually pick up that shard.
They spotted, Boundless Strike. There's the arena as well as the spear. They've got the cold feet. They'll take the first life very quickly. Tricks of the trade is up as well as the telekinesis on XSS. They'll try to get the kill on Monet, who pops the BKB. He's on the run. Ice Blast goes to the back lines, I believe, on that Phoenix. Pop the BKB on Jinkyu. They get the first life out of the hands of Wraith King.
To go back to
Yes, you
that
know.
shard talk, I don't think you need it. That's just a wasted gold in my opinion. Like, you could have had AC by now.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting choice considering the lack of mana burn from LGD. Thought maybe they'd want something else on this. Wraith King, like you said, he could have the AC. And how much of a difference maker is that right now?
It really is big, you know, just giving your teammates a lot of armor and reducing their armor, so, you know.
Coming over, possibly spotting Ame.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Go back. Ooh, Blink Strike forward, tricks of the trade, Alanum.
Batten might be careful about, you know, just saving that ulti. Ricky could just pop you without being able to actually use it because of that Daedalus extra damage crit.
So, Mars coming
Wait,
over.
what is that? Is that Octarine core queued up for Ricky? Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
Dire's
So
middle
I don't
this
think
tower
I've ever
is
seen
under
that.
attack.
Like, Ricky was not popular
Yeah.
until like a few months ago, but definitely did not see this item on Ricky
Radiant's
being
top
picked up at
tower
all.
is under attack.
It was just low. Maybe he's playing for
Dire's
that
bottom
level
tower is
25
under attack.
talent, you know, plus the Octarine core to reduce the cooldown on Tricks of the Trade. So right now it's, what, 12 second
seconds.
cooldown. Duration is 3 seconds.
So
With
9 by the
minus
time you're
6, that's 6. I mean, you can be perma in Tricks of the Trade, but it's going to be close. Maybe if you get like one cooldown reduction item, the tier 4 neutral items.
Spell Prism. Does he take Spell Prism? Or Spell Prism? He's got the...
Well, there's the Arcane Rune. That's how we start.
Doesn't have the Octarine just yet.
Nor 25, but we are waiting for it. Dota is a beautiful game, you know, it changes so much. I feel in this patch, the spellcasters are really, really buffed. Like, we have the cast range buffs, we have the lower cooldowns, so anyone who benefits from that will truly shine in this patch.
And not only can he Tricks of the Trade, but he can pocket Ricky. Just constantly inside someone who's going to man the front lines, say maybe Faith Beyond on the Mars. Feels pretty safe. He just gets reclaimed and just an Aether Lens away from that Octarine core. They spot Faith Beyond, but now the Telekinesis as well as the Wukong's command comes in from Jingqiu. BKB's been popped by Faith Beyond. They get the ward off the high ground, so the vision game from Aster isn't all going to be there. They pop the Aeon Disc on the Puck, who's backing away. The arena's now down, but BKB's been popped by Monet. Gets the kill on a Nothing to Say. Looks over at Faith Beyond as well with Jingqiu. Monet blinks forward. They've got the damage. They'll get the kill. They'll take out 2. White Album focusing on Innocence. Jingqiu trying to TP out. Ice Blast thrown forward. There's the Waning Rift, but do they have the damage before he TPs away? Borax with the last hit. 3 heroes gone to the side of LGD. Aster with a successful fight, and they draw this game back to even in terms of net worth.
This is the Supernova fight, where it successfully goes off. Also Ricky, he was chasing Puck in that fight, trying to proc the Aeon Disc, then come back into the fight, but you need Ricky to be able to deal the damage inside Wukong's command, inside the arena. So probably not the safest play to go for. You know, someone else can try to proc the disc on Puck, and Puck right now isn't the one that, you know, deals that much damage. He's more of a guy that keeps things in place with that newly bought Aghanim Scepter. Full Hex on Phoenix.
Yeah. Just Tranquils, Urn, Hex. Straightforward. And could be very useful. No BKB on Ricky. We'll see if he gets hexed up. Can keep the vision on him, maybe take him out of the fight very quickly, and it seems like from there things for LGD would fall apart.
This Octarine core might be the game-losing item, or might be, wow, this is so broken once we see it, and the LGD actually wins the game.
He's also going Arcane Blink.
Arcane Blink. He just wants to be able to, you know, perma Tricks of the Trade.
Yeah, that is what, just constantly in Tricks of the Trade. So he's got the Octarine core, Tricks of the Trade, now 9 seconds. The Scepter duration is 3 seconds, and he's about to have Tricks of the Trade minus 6-second cooldown, which would mean he could be permanently in Tricks of the Trade.
Not sure if math checks out. I was not listening. You know, there's a lot of numbers like minus 25%. I'm like, yeah, I'm zoning out slowly.
I think the math
we'll
checks
see.
out.
You know, Dota math, when we click on it, it will show. Just need to get that level 25 and also needs to farm his Arcane Blink.
I think the Arcane Blink just solidifies it. We'll see. I'm hoping my math checks out. I'd be pretty impressed. Just a creep or 2 away. There's the level 25. Takes the Tricks of the Trade cooldown. Okay, so it's 4.5 seconds.
Spell Prism, but found by Dragon Knight. I got my hopes
excited.
up.
Well, I don't even think he'd give that up, though, because he's got the Penta Edge Sword.
So it is, what, 4.5 second.
It's a 1.5 second cooldown right now. But then the Arcane Blink, we'll see what the math does. I'm not going to try. I've done enough wrong math already.
It's not going to be perma. If it's correct, you're going to have like 0.25 downtime.
Okay. So a split second to do anything.
Man, chat must be having fun. Like, look at these two dumbasses. And then, like, the answer is, like, Puerto Rico or something. I don't know, like, with the math.
You guys didn't know it was going to be 0.25? What idiots.
Yeah. You know, math is easy until you introduce the letters, then it becomes complicated, but we can't even do this basic stuff. All right, Smoke.
Blink, Dragon Tail coming in from XSS. That's on a Faith Beyond. They've got the silence out of the Monkey King for a second, who pops the BKB. They've got the Supernova over to the side. Wukong's command is used, backing away Aster for a moment, but the Supernova pops, and that's going to stun up this Monkey King. They look over at the Wraith King. They get the first kill, so his life is out of his hands. The silence still on a Jinkyu. He's up on the high ground. They finally take out the Monkey King. They look towards the rest, but the question is, with one life left on the Wraith King, do they want to fight into this? They've got the tricks of the trade, as well as the BKB being popped by nothing to say. XSS has popped the BKB as well. Now jumping forward, Blink Strike, Tricks of the Trade, Illusory Orb in, Aster, they'll take their kill on Jinkyu and back away.
LGD, they lost the gem, so that's going to be a pretty big deal against Ricky. You can already see the power of it. Like, AoE is so big, so whenever you choose to take a fight, like in these small areas, this is where the damage is going to come from. Ricky plus a Mars, it's going to hurt quite a lot.
Ancient Apparition's got a gem, and I believe Phoenix bought one. So both teams working with a gem. MKB being built for Monet. Does he go for, like, overwhelming blink at all, or any of those upgraded blinks after this MKB?
I mean, yeah, but you don't have enough space, so you need to make one. Yeah. Like, Swift Blink feels okay. I don't think you need Arcane Blink, and also the Strength Blink feels fine. You know, it's a bit of more damage, and just the slow feels really good.
This game has been close. Net worth lead has never really expanded too far. Tricks of the Trade, blink away. And there's the Arcane Blink. Does the math check out? We're going to take a look.
Still all eyes on Ricky.
All eyes coming in.
There
3.4 seconds, 3 duration, 0.4 was the
that was
answer.
A bit away, you know, 0.25. Chat will forgive me.
You were
was
under.
Very close.
Price is Right rules, you're still close, and you're not over. Blink, Dragon Tail coming through on Innocence. They've got the Telekinesis as well as the Dragon Tail stolen. They've used that Abyss Blade. They're going to jump forward. Monet with the BKB pop. They get the kill on Innocence as well as nothing to say. They've taken out the Rubik. The buyback comes out from both those heroes. Ame going in with the Tricks of the Trade as well as the Supernova going through inside the arena. So it's all by itself, but they don't have the right clickers to take out that egg. It does pop. It allows Aster to get away, but it doesn't allow this Phoenix to get away. Balance Strike comes in from Jinkyu. They get the kill on Borax. He's going to be dead for 66 seconds with the Supernova stolen by nothing to say. In a Roche they go.
Man, Ricky, how are they gonna kill him? He's going in and out using a smoke screen during Tricks of the Trade. That was the last introduction with the Mistwood patch. So, easier Roche, I would say, but they had to expend the 2 buybacks for that. Let's see who decides to pick it up. They
just
actually give it to Fate Beyond, yeah?
A little surprising, maybe, because nothing to say bought back, but more trust in the Mars, I guess, with his damage, with his control.
He has a freshly bought Eon disc, so I guess that's why they're not giving him, you know, has one tool of defending himself, and he also has a cheese.
So, hypotheticals, if Rubik was to get an axe, who are the egg clickers on Aster? If nothing to say, uses the Supernova and he brings in an ally or something.
You know, could be
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Dragonite. Wraith King also feels okay-ish. You know, he has that AC to boost the attack speed.
Obviously, he doesn't necessarily need the axe, but now Ice Blast coming in. Ladder needs to be careful. Doesn't step into it. BKB's been popped by XSS. They've got the stun on the Ricky. Now, can they get the kill? They've got themselves the Dream Coil. They didn't give him the Aegis, and that's a problem because he's dead for 100 seconds without buyback. Aster take advantage of a situation which LGD developed themselves by not giving the Aegis over to the Ricky, and now they kill Innocence, who bought back in the last fight. Both these heroes dead for 86 seconds.
Well, pretty sure they could give Ricky that Aegis instead of Mars.
Yeah.
Mars had buyback available if he didn't invest all his gold into Satanic. Interesting, so they have a full minute with the AC and Dragonite form still running. This might be just one set of Raxes, because AA,
Radiant's middle
how's
tower
his
has
buyback?
fallen.
He already spent buyback in the previous fight.
Wukong's command comes in. They've got the telekinesis. They're doing a lot of damage on Monet. He's trying to run, but there goes the first light from this Wraith King. Slows them up. Behind them is White Album trying to get in here. A little Obla-D, Obla-Da. Back and forth that White Album goes. They got the Aegis out of the hands of Faith Beyond. They get the kill. He's dead for 3 more seconds as he's going to come back up. The Supernova comes off from Borax. They have the silence on his Jin-Q as well as Faith Beyond. In the air is XSS. Not looking good, though, for LGD as they do lose Jin-Q. This Monkey King is gone. 75 seconds with buyback. Aster thinking about going back in. They've got White Album low. XSS at about half health. So is Abaddon. They'll take their victory and leave.
Yep, they just get some kills, no tower damage, decide to fall back. This Abaddon is actually doing quite a lot, especially with the telescope that he's holding on to, plus a gem, you know, seeing that Ricky. And he's hard to take down. What is he sitting at? 20 armor at the moment. Has Blink Dagger queued up next, just to be able to, you know, TP out of the fight during his ulti.
Swift Blink being built for the Wraith King. You've got Divine Rapier for the Ricky. Blink, Dragon Tail, Aeon Disc is popped on Nothing to Say. Little angry telekinesis Fade Bolt thrown towards XXS. And another gem bought by Innocence. They had that split second to catch the Ricky on the high ground. Took advantage, caught him. We thought it was going to be almost impossible with 0.4 seconds of play to catch him outside the tricks of the trade. And instead, well, they catch him and this game completely turns around. It felt like LGD, they're going up the high ground. They've just got themselves an Aegis. Everything's going their way. And then one poor fight. Aster now up 8,000. Now the ones leading the charge to potentially finish this game and take game 1 over LGD.
Ricky has Divine Rapier queued up. You know, he might still be able to either upgrade the Aghanim Scepter to not take the slot, or just remove the power treads and if it's needed, like straight away. But still 2.6k gold away from it.
Yeah. When you get rid of boots, you just travel, pocket Ricky. Your allies are the ones moving you instead. Nice blast thrown. That's over towards bottom. Just killing some creeps. Or at least trying to. This White Album's pushing out the bottom lane. He's got Spell Prism as well as this Octarine Core. He's in the trees and, well, this is with the Waning Rift AoE, the -6 seconds on the Waning Rift.
Are you trying to do math again, B-Cup?
I'm just reading. It's a 5.7 second cooldown. I'm
just
from NA,
read
dude.
what's on the screen. Like, let's try not to, you know, get into it too deep.
I was just, you know, putting all the additions together there. Yeah. I'm not going to guess again. NA math is NA math.
Lower numbers, good.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's a very short cooldown silence. So Blink, Dragon Tail, but now they've stolen the Dragon Tail. The BKB gets popped. Faith Beyond as well as Ame thinking about going in for a split second. They've got Jin-Q as well as Innocence over to the side. Primal Spring down on the ground trying to catch up to this Aster side, but they'll back away. Ag still being built for the Rubik. You're going Abyssal Blade on the Mars. He's got that Satanic, which I think was the first time we've seen this item between the SEA and Chinese region.
So far in the DPC,
yeah.
Yes, I don't think we've ever seen Satanic. It's easy to keep track of because, you know, we had like, what, 6-7 days only so far. I'll ask you after a couple of weeks, B-Cup.
I'll keep my head on it. Do the math. Smoke used. I think that's the Ninja Gear. So you've got the Ninja Gear used, going towards Yag, still, you know, a little ways out from it. 5,700 gold for the Wraith King.
Ricky.
See if he buys that Swift Blink.
Like, he has enough to buy a Divine Rapier if he wants to. One creep wave, and here we go.
Does he buy out on it? Or do you want to wait potentially for next Roche?
Next Roche may respawn in minute and 20. Might be able to farm up the upgrade for the Aghanim Scepter and the Divine Rapier. so needs just like 1,600 gold.
Again, using that ninja gear. Almost level 25 for the Rubik. And 23. He's getting there. 28 for the Ricky. So I think he's highest level in the game. Getting close to that 30, which would give him all the other talents. Again, could be a difference maker. We're at the 50-minute mark as well, getting closer and closer to those tier 5 items, Lacoste.
10 minutes, you know. It's a long time until we get there.
Spear away. Dream Coil comes in on a Faith Beyond. He pops the BKB, but they've got the Abyss Blade coming in from Monet. There's the Ice Blast as well as the Arena. That's good into the XSS who pops the BKB. Still inside the Dream Coil, though, is Faith Beyond. They've got the Arena around these heroes. They get the first life out of the hands of Monet. They will go over Lano, who's popped the borrowed time. The Anchor side from Supernova. It's in a decent spot, but they've got the Tricks of the Trade right on top of it. Can they get the kill in the egg? They've silenced up Ame. He's on the run now. It goes off, and this is big problems for LGD. JingQ, Faith Beyond both drop and hit the deck. They've also taken out Ame. He is dead and gone. He buys back immediately. Aster with another victorious fight.
Ricky did not want to invest the gold. Like, he could have swapped the power treads in the backpack, buy Divine Rapier, come into that fight. Problem is, once again, they don't have the egg hitters. You could see, like, Ricky trying to hit the egg with the Monkey King during the BKB, but it's just not working out. That Phoenix got level 18 a long time ago, so that's 10 hits to hit the egg.
Roche is up and going towards Aster, Refresher Shard. Ice Blast comes in and that'll spot them doing it, but no Monkey King, no Mars, and no contest on this third Roche.
So Ricky bought back in that fight, which is kind of a huge loss. Now needs to find money for that Rapier.
Yeah, gotta buy out now. Not holding buyback. Nothing to say. He's on the run. Dream Coil comes in from White Album. Dragon Tail onto the puck. It's a long stun. Not going to catch this Rubik, though. Who's only 1,100 gold away from the Axe.
And Raid King, he finishes off his Swift Blink. I like Swift Blink more than the Overwhelming Blink on the Raid King, because, you know, it gives you attack speed, it gives you, like, unlocks the max movement speed, phase speed, and it gives you damage, which is really nice with the -2 seconds on Mortal Strike cooldown.
There it is, Divine Rapier.
He sold the power treads. I think that's what he needed to do in the previous fight, but here we go.
Arcane Blink picked up for the puck. Pistol still being made for this Mars. He's been having that queued up for a while. And then Refresher for Borax. He's already got the Refresher Shard. Potentially 2 Supernovas. We talked about the lack of egg hitters.
Okay, so Puck with the Arcane Blink can perma-silence people. Like, with the talent, with the Spell Prism, not too bad.
Yeah, the math is correct. Checks out.
I didn't do the math. I actually checked the numbers in game. You know, already looked dumb a couple of times. So it's just better to play safe.
I was going to give you the big Math King title right there. Just say you did the math and all would have looked good. You've got the extra duration on the Dragon Tail for DK, who's level 26, XXS 6'3", and 12. Involved in 18 of the 21 kills in this game. He's holding on to a double damage. Bloodthorn, Ags, Blink, Heaven's Halberd, and he's got the Aegis and Cheese in his hands. 17k lead for Aster at the moment. Ricky trying to get that Ags Blessing, open up a slot. And then, let's see, Hex, Ags, a couple things being built so far.
Open a
Rubik.
slot for another Divine Rapier, possibly.
If it gets that far, yeah.
You know, like, Divine Rapier, this could change things. Like, it's a ton of damage. He also swapped the Penta-Edge Sword for the Minotaur Horn, just to be a bit more tanky and have a bit of spell immunity. You know, it's not much, but it's an honest item. 2 seconds, BKB.
Especially with that 0.4 seconds out of the Tricks of the Trade, maybe that's the difference maker.
That's just for in between the jumps. Yeah.
Top tower has fallen.
You can see the Tricks of the Trade coming out, cleaning up these creeps. Aster need to be careful about coming up to the high ground, but Blink, God's Rebuke, as well as the Arena that's going to get around Lanham. They hit the Balance Strike coming through onto the Dragon Knight. They'll start to back away. Blink, Dragon Tail through, as well as the Abyssal Blade. Faith Beyond, dead and gone. 90 seconds. He's got buyback. He's been trying to work on this Abyssal Blade, but it's not looking likely that he's going to grab it. Probably being forced to use buyback in a second.
Big Black Dragon jumps in. It's almost a 5-second stun, so pretty sure they can just kill you, anyone during that duration. All eyes on Ricky. Let's see what he can do.
Blink, Silence, Jinkyu caught, Tricks of the Trade, Telekinesis. The damage is pretty decent. They've frozen him over. They hit the spear, and they take out the first life of XXS. They're trying to use the Wukong's command, but the Waning Rift, they've got the silence on Jinkyu. They get the kill on the Monkey King. Now they look over at the rest. Borrowed time. That means the Abaddon surviving. Lanham's dead, though. After the borrowed time runs out, he's got buyback. The Supernova goes off, but these heroes on the side of LGD are away from it. Faith Beyond.
Oh, it's a good time to
back
strike.
into the fight.
Let's go, Ricky.
Telekinesis once again, the Waning Rift. They're trying to find the Ricky. The damage coming in from the Divine Rapier, and now the Blink Strike away. They've got the silence onto the Ancient Apparition as well as the Ricky. They hit the spear onto the Dragon Knight. They get the kill on the XSS. They've taken him out for the second time. He's got 100 seconds on the sideline. Does have buyback, but it's a defense for LGD. Borax with the TP out just in time. That is a successful hold for LGD.
Ame is so fast, going in and out. I mean, Arcane Blink really helps out, you know, the 50% cast point reduction. So Blink Strike, you know, it's almost an instant spell. Yeah. So it gets you out of the trouble straight away, which is a pretty big deal.
Take a look again. And look at this, just the constant silence on Jinkyu. He's not allowed to do anything. You said that Waning Rift was difficult to deal with, but Faith Beyond, putting his life on the line after buying back, gets that spear to hit on the XSS, and now he's in between the tier 4 towers. They get the first life out of that Wraith King's hand so fast. Look at the damage that Ame's doing.
He on this proc.
Monet, Waning Rift, Silence, and the Telekinesis from the Rubik. It's a savior. They're chasing. They want to go. Faith Beyond, Blink Strike, Telekinesis. That comes in. Tricks of the Trade. Dream Coil committed. But Wraith King in trouble. The spear is there. They got the first one out of his hand. Whoa, White Album. He goes in far. There's the Tricks of the Trade. Goes in deep. Gets the kill on a White Album. Now they're looking over at Ame. They've got the Abyss Wave. They get the kill on Ame. He drops the Divine Rapier. It's on the deck. And things just like that turn on its head.
Ooh, man, if they jump Ricky, there's also no Monkey King around to try to use the Boundless Strike, help out with the Wukong's command. Rubik has also the Shard upgraded, so he can use Telekinesis on his allies, put them out of a trouble if needed. I like the Lincoln Sphere, but they just lost the Divine Rapier.
For this DK. Throw the Ice Blast, Wraithfire Blast. I don't know what Jinky's going to be able to accomplish. Yeah, one shot from dead, Supernova used with the Sun Ray, and that is on to Innocence. They will take out AA. 4 heroes got no buyback. GG is called. Aster take game 1 over LGD. So far, it is a day of upsets, and just like the ending of the White Album, Aster say goodnight. A good victory.